Let's go here. Bam. Let's see what we can do. How's everybody doing? There's probably 2 people watching right now. Yada, yada, yada. What is it, Wednesday? We like heavy metal. So do all these people too. I think we got it. All right. Let's see. I think we're good. Butterflies in the belly hole, eh? Oh, they just all went out for a walk, so I think I'm good for now. Good for a bit. Shit, how's everybody doing? Sanguis! What we jamming today? Yes, insanity. Damn straight. Damn straight. Just trying to do all the social media preparation. Get her ready. Share, share, and share. We're hanging out tonight. We're hanging out tonight. Didn't really want to do it tonight, though. Wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling today. Woke up, and a friend of mine, actually, let's see. Yeah, hump day. It is. It's just one of those days. Let's see if I can find it here. Buddy of mine today. No, it's not on this one. Damn. He sent me a picture today of him and myself. He runs a record label out of Toronto called Dynalone Records. A friend of mine, Joel Carrier. We grew up together, actually, in the old days. Back in the, back. We used to BMX race together. And I totally forgot that I used to race with this guy until I hung out with him again. This was probably, it was like late 90s or whatever. And he was getting his shit going, and we had a radio show going at the time. So we were obviously, you know, swapping stories and doing whatever. But yeah, he approached me and he was like, "Man, do you remember racing with me, BMX racing?" I'm like, "Man, this was like 98, roughly. Yeah, 97, 98. So that was 20 years prior to that too, early 80s. I was like, "Oh man, I remember the name Joel, like Joel Carrier, right? I remember it." I was like vaguely, but yes, I do. And he's like, "Actually, my parents brought it up because they knew I was hanging out with you a bunch during this time, and they have all these pictures and all this other stuff of you and I, you know, racing back in the day and stuff." I was like, "Holy shit, that's fucking awesome!" Because my parents hung out with his parents, and it was just a cool little clique at the time. So I messaged him today. He ends up signing this cool band. I don't know if you ever heard of that. I don't know, where the fuck are they from? Are they from Ireland or something? The Chats, if you know. Smoko. If you ever hear that song, Smoko. Hilarious. So he signs these guys, right? So I message him and I'm like, "Oh, of course you got the Chats, right? It's a fucking great band." So he sends me a picture of him and I. We must have been, probably 8 or 9. And we're both sitting there. I think this was inside the Welland Fairgrounds, Welland, Ontario. There used to be a BMX track over in Welland, Ontario back like fucking 35 years ago or whatever. And yeah, there's a picture of him and I just sitting there like, so that kind of, I was like, oh man, that's fucking awesome, right? You know, I'm so glad you sent me this pic. It was nice to see because I've never seen this picture before, and especially one that young in racing. Like I have a few pictures of, I don't have any here actually right now. My parents took. I actually have some 8mm video of some video, but or film, I guess you want to say. But yeah, he sent me this picture, and I just got all nostalgic, right? And I'm all, you know, during this fucking quarantine bullshit, right? This is all the time we have for us, just to sit here and think and think and think. So I fucking, you know, reminiscing and, you know, thinking about the good old days and blah, blah, blah. So that kind of just, you know, set the tone for the day. And I was, oh man, and, you know, fuck, just want to see my friends and all this kind of shit, right? So, yeah, that was my day today. So my lady makes a fucking amazing Alfredo pasta right from scratch. Unbelievable. Cooked a fucking nice steak. I feel better now. I think I feel charged. I think I just needed some food. I didn't eat much today either. So just one of those, right? You're just getting fucked up. So anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? Let's play a little of this shit. Let's get the fucking mood going. Everything's happy. Everything's good. Ready to fucking go. Ready to fucking go. So, let's fucking do it. This is Insanity from California. So good. So good. If you're unfamiliar with Insanity, they from California, old school guys, literally. Excuse me, Alfredo. Whew, garlic. They've been kicking around literally since '85. A lot of people don't realize that Insanity were one of those bands that took it to another level beyond Possessed and, you know, the usuals, right? Death and everything. But a lot of people claim Bud, the original drummer, to be one of the guys to start bringing the blast beats at least to, you know, North America and everything like that. He was one of the guys that was bringing, you know, the ultra fast beyond a lot of other bands. Because '85, and they and their demos, you know, such and such, but they didn't. Their album didn't really come out till later, so a lot of people, you know, didn't credit them to be the originators, but they're pretty damn close, man. And our friend Brian Pattison, again, I'm gonna keep bringing him up, Mr. Buffalo himself. He brought Insanity a few years ago to Buffalo, which I'm fucking pissed I missed. And yeah, man, just thought I'd throw that out there, man. Do your research, right? That's all. And I just want to thank everybody. Just want to thank everybody out there too for picking up the Grotesque Infection CD. It's awesome to see that so many people are totally pumped and interested to hear this obscure New York death metal death grind kind of thing. And yeah, man, there's gonna be more shit coming out with Growl Records and CDN coming up in the near future. So you just sit back and I guess wait, okay? So yeah, hope everybody's doing all right. I feel a little better. I just, you know, you got to get that blood flowing. The fucking, you know, you get that metal. That's it. That's all you do, all right? All right, let's close this motherfucker. All right, so we're hanging out here, and let's oh shit. All right, let's get her back up here. And ka-ching. Ka-ching. And it should work. Should. Hanging out here in Facebook land.
Hey.
How are ya?
I am well, but you're not coming up on my MacBook, so I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Does it look all right?
It looks fantastic. No, it looks great still. Do you want to flip it sideways?
Let's flip it.
There we go. Nah, we get 16:9 there.
Yeah.
Widescreen Vanessa, yeah.
HD.
So, if everybody's tuning in, this is Vanessa Hex. Where are you from? Where are you from?
What's that?
Where are you from?
Well, originally from Kentucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a little jumpy. Is it good? Am I good?
Yeah, we can see you perfectly on here.
Oh, there I am. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, originally from Kentucky, from a town called Manitou.
Oh.
Venom. Do the Venom song.
Yeah. Right on. And the movie also.
That's right. Yep.
Old school 70s movie there. So yeah. you're a busy lady.
Yes. I like it that way.
Wide eyes. Yes, I am.
I stay busy. I love staying busy. Sure thing.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, you know, doing music right now is kind of the back burner bitch, but I keep writing. I keep doing my thing, and hopefully soon, once I get settled in my personal life, it's going to be picking back up. So.
Sweet. So you've been involved with the underground for quite a long time now, helping with Razorback Records.
Yeah.
And obviously, once that got going, you got bands going like crazy.
Yeah.
Why? What made you want to start doing bands? I guess you didn't want to just stay in the background and work with a record label. You wanted to kind of, and you need more.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I started really putting myself out there in the underground 2006. I was in a black metal band called Wolf Hollow, and it was not so pleasant experience in many ways. So I actually was like, fuck music, I'm not going to do music ever. But, you know, I got involved with it again and just couldn't stop. My mind is constantly going. I can't have idle hands. I'm just, you know, get on to the next. Okay, that's done. Get on to the next, you know.
Right, right. So obviously after that band, you went on to just like, okay, I kind of like, I enjoy doing the band thing. I need to do more. What was next after that? What was next after that?
Well, the first major that I was involved in was Scaremaker.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was with who was Steve-O a part of that?
No. No, but he did Tombstones, and I was involved with that.
That's
yeah.
right.
Maybe that's what you're thinking
yes.
about. Yes.
Well, you got so many bands and so many things going on. It's hard to keep track of. No, it was that band. That's right.
yeah. Believe me, I can't keep up with myself sometimes. And actually, right now, I'm putting together a lyric book with all my lyrics in it for my bands and other bands that I've written lyrics for, and scans of my books with handwritten lyrics and studio diaries and everything. And I'm like, oh, this shouldn't be that big of a book. And it's like, fuck. It's quite a journey, and I think I've written 150 lyrics. Maybe it doesn't sound too much, but when you're looking at it all, it's like, okay, well, that's 150 pages right there. Then you put the scans of the notebooks in, and then it's like very interesting to go down memory lane and put it all together. And it's more intense than putting together a new album almost.
Oh, I bet. No, literally though.
but I'm having a good time with it, and more news on that as it comes along. But sorry, I'm having to hold you, and it's
yeah, you can't.
I set up the MacBook, and it totally didn't. I don't know what happened.
Well, then just put your phone right on your MacBook and just pretend that you're.
You know what? Yeah, let's try that out. Check this out, maybe.
Yeah,
good.
That works.
Okay, cool.
There we go. Now you can relax. Now we.
Okay.
So you went from, what was it, Scaremaker to what was next after that?
Wooden Stake.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you took a different approach too on that. You took a different approach on that one too.
Yeah, because Wayne, the drummer for Scaremaker, Wayne Serentopolis, Electrocutioner, we did on the Scaremaker album a cover of a DC LaCroix song, Devil's Son, from the Hack-O-Lantern movie.
Yes.
And I did clean vocals on that. And he was like, wow, I really like your singing. And then he sent me a song, Forbidden Oath, and which obviously it wasn't titled that. I came up with the lyrics and everything, and he sent it to me. I did the bass track, I wrote lyrics, I did the vocals, I did clean vocals, growls, and he was like, well, fuck, let's just do a band, and that became Wooden Stake. And then we just went on from there. We had a ton of 7-inch releases, an album. And then it was like we were going, and then it just kind of ground to a halt, unfortunately. But that Wooden Stake is definitely one of my favorites that I've been involved in.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, because that, like, just the music in that, like you said, you got the growls, you got the cleans, you got the doominess, you got the death metal, you got like everything's incorporated into that band.
Yeah, yeah. The canvas was definitely more vast, and I was all about it. I still am. Let me try something here.
Yeah.
I feel like this is weird. I feel like this is like killing the vibe. This is like technical fail.
Live and uncensored.
Edit all this out, man.
There we go. Yeah. I'm going to edit the live out. Yeah.
Don't pay attention to me. This will all be edited out.
Yeah. So, those, again, Wooden Stake, that came out on Razorback also?
Yeah.
And then that
but we had a ton of 7-inch releases coming out on different labels, and I couldn't even tell you the way. You know, it's like, fuck.
Right. And then, so Wooden Stake, and then what was next after that then? Let's go down the timeline now.
I think Skeletal Spectre.
There's another one.
Yeah.
So let's get into that band then. What happened there?
Roga contacted me. The guy who is also in countless other bands. Swedish musician. I'm sure everyone knows who I'm talking about.
Come on, you got to know who Roga is out there. Come on, man. That guy's put out probably. It's got to be a new band every year with that guy. It seems like.
Or month.
Yeah, or month.
Whatever's going on, you know.
Literally.
But no, he contacted me. Skeletal Spectre actually existed. It had an album out. He liked my vocals and just asked me to join. And I think, honestly, he wanted me to do all clean vocals, but it just wasn't happening. I couldn't get it to work. So I did a mix, much like Wooden Stake. So.
Right. So Skeletal was his band, kind of, and then he asked you to come on board?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
It was a one-man band that he was doing, so it was him doing it all, and then asked me to come on board as a vocalist.
Wow. Holy shit. So how many albums or how many releases came out with that?
I did 2 albums, and we did a split with Druid Lord.
Oh, Florida boys.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I wrote the song I wrote was about Creep Show. The first segment in Creep Show.
Do you remember which episode that is, there, folks? Do your research. Right on. So that came out, and like you said, you did that split or whatever with Druid Lord. Then what happened after that?
Somewhere in there, I did a band Loathsome. I feel like it was after Skeletal Spectre or maybe during. I was just a lyricist.
Yeah, that was with Nev.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, Nev does art for bands. That's the guy, man. We're bringing it up again. Nev. Yeah, totally. He ends up watching this and he's just like, man, you guys keep talking about me all the time. And I'm like, well, because you fucking involve yourself in so many projects too. And especially the amount of art that he does for the bands. Like, it's mind-blowing, actually. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I like that Loathsome album. It's got that, you know, that Impetigo kind of autopsy-ish vibe or whatever to it, right?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Then came Howling.
There's another one. Holy shit. And then how did that one come together?
Well, assembled. Billy from Razorback assembled it, and Tony, I can't remember how Tony, I think he did a band, he did a band Beyond Hell with Wayne, and then he got involved somehow. So he was guitarist, bassist, I was vocalist, lyricist, Wayne was the drummer. And it was just strictly like kind of backwoods horror movie metal. Like all the lyrics I wrote were just backwoods horror movies. So.
Because you kind of like horror movies a little bit, right?
Just a skosh.
A skosh. I've never heard that word. That's a great word. What was what made you want to do, I guess, because I mean, a lot of your releases, I mean, we're going to talk more about, you know, your other 50 bands. What makes you want to talk about horror movies all the time? Like a lot of it is, you know, it pretty much old school style. And why do you want to keep going down that route all the time? Is it just because horror movies are the fucking best and that's the best thing to talk about?
Yeah, you know, horror was my first love at 2 years old. I loved Nightmare on Elm Street and Children of the Corn. My parents didn't.
They never do.
Or anything, you know. And I don't know, but it was also like my grandmother loved serial killers and all that. It was just part of my being, I guess you could say, my whole, I was just raised around it. And then the older I got, the more movies I watched, it was just a natural thing for me to be attracted to horror movies. I love extreme art, I guess you could just say.
Yes. Yes, yeah. Indeed. Yeah, totally. Same here. Same here. And especially with a lot of the underground horror movies, you know, it's always way more gorier, crazier monsters, zombies, like just the tones and I guess the stories of them all are just so wacky and out there that it almost draws you in more, because it's not just like, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Jason, yeah, that kind of thing, right? You're getting into toxic zombies, you're getting into weird metamorphical aliens and all this other shit. So it's almost like, yeah, I need to see more of that slime and that freaking, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I saw The Gates of Hell when I was 5.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't know what it was. And then my dad he was like, I don't remember what movie you're talking about. Because I was like, someone gets the back of their head ripped off. And that's funny because the gut puking scene happens first. Then someone gets the back of their head ripped off. But I remember just the back of the head getting, and my dad was like, the fuck? I don't know. Like, and then years later I found it because I was like, man, what is The Gates of Hell? This movie looks fucking awesome. And then I'm like, this is the movie that I saw when I was a kid, and it haunted me and I loved it. And that's my favorite Fulci movie.
It literally is. It's pretty much mine too. Yeah, like you said, it started, obviously, the real title is City of the Living Dead, but the original Vestron release was on VHS, which was The Gates of Hell, which is what we obviously grew up with and saw. But even on that cut also, they pretty much showed all the gore on the VHS. It wasn't, there wasn't too much edited on that, which was a good thing, because when you watched when Anchor Bay started releasing everything cool and uncut and letterboxed and everything. It was like, oh shit, I didn't miss that much on this one. That's fucking perfect.
Yeah. Well, that movie's just, to me, I also grew up with horror comics. It's like horror comics. The music is perfect. The effects are great. The head drilling scene, perfect.
Yeah.
I watched that with my cousin, and she was more disturbed by that, and I was like, well, what about the gut puking? And she's like, but that's cold-blooded fucking murder. And I was just like, you know what? Watching that scene, it's amazing how they did that effect.
Yes.
It's craziness. I love it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Because when you watch it, and you obviously, like myself, I'm watching it slow mo, frame by frame, just to see, right? And it's done really well. Like the way the camera's, cut on the edge, and you can kind of see it on that side, and then a little bit of effects coming out, and then all of a sudden you see it wide shot, and it's fucking drilling on both sides, and you're just like, holy shit, man!
Say that final shot where it's on both sides, and then you're looking like, is it spinning evenly? And it's like, it is. So, geez, like that's meticulous work right there to get that effect so perfect.
Damn straight. So, what else? Okay, so what other bands we talking about here then? Let's go through the spectrum. Come on.
Shit.
You got VAULTWRAITH?
VAULTWRAITH, yeah.
VAULTWRAITH?
Yeah. VAULTWRAITH, yeah. Surgikill, that's Steve-O. That's with Steve-O.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Cauldron Burial, which is pretty much all me, except for drums.
Oh, so you're coming up with guitar riffs, bass riffs, everything.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Wrote the music, recorded the music, wrote the lyrics, did the vocals, yeah.
Wow. I'm assuming you have your own studio or something.
I did. I did. Lost it.
Life.
But, like I said, once I get settled with my life, I will be making a major move soon. So once I get settled, that's definitely in the plans. So.
Damn. So that's obviously how you ended up recording so many albums and stuff, is because you had access to a studio, which pretty much, if you can play guitar, bass, do vocals, drums, which, you can figure out with somebody else, do lyrics and all that kind of shit. If you can do that all on your own, then pretty much you would be stupid to not keep yourself busy and, be productive with all that.
Yeah. I mean, with Cauldron Burial, it was literally Wayne. Well, they were actually drum tracks for a second Scaremaker album. But that band kind of, I was actually never a fan of the name, so it was hard to be inspired. It was hard to be inspired with something that you're not fully into. But, Wayne sent me drum tracks, and that I just sat on them, and then I finally was like, why am I not doing, oh shit, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I was like, why am I not doing, I gotta plug you in here. Why am I not doing something else with these, So, I just wrote the music to the drum tracks and recorded that way. And then that was Cauldron Burial.
Jesus.
And the first Cauldron Burial album is still, to this day, my favorite thing I've ever done.
Track it down, everybody. Track it down. See what she's talking about. Because I know what she's talking about. Not sure if you do, though. But lyric...
Yeah, I repressed it on my record label, so come to me.
So what label is that?
HEXECOVEN Records.
HEXECOVEN Records. Sweet. And it's pretty much everything on that label is a lot of the stuff that you've been involved with release-wise.
Yeah. Which I do official releases so far, but I do have a mail order, and I do have mostly my music, yeah. So,
well,
or razor, you know.
Right, right, and it's just easier to handle your own stuff, because if you're motivated enough to, you know, to want to bust your ass in this, you know, just the music in general, then the best thing to do is to handle everything on your own, which is, you know, like you said, write the music, cool, record it yourself, so then that way you know how it sounds, how it's going to turn out, everything like that. And then once you're done there, you obviously have a catalog of artists and stuff like that that can help you with album covers and whatever, just artwork, period. So you got that down. And then after that, like you said, working with a record label, there's your distribution, and then you get your marketing, and then you get all that on top of there. So if you can do all that and just be that total package, then you have no reason to not, you know, get your shit out.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but, you know, worth it. It's worth it.
It's a lot of work.
And if you enjoy doing it, it's like it's not work. Nope. But, I mean, it is work, but it's not work, you know, kind of thing. But, yeah, totally. I mean, I prefer doing it that way.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Why wouldn't you though, right? I mean, if you want to work within, you know, the death metal scene or punk scene or, you know, whatever scene it is, you got to fucking bust your ass. Like especially nowadays too. I mean, there's 100 record, there's 1,000, there's 1 million record labels, there's 1 million bands. Everybody's online all the time doing your shit. But I mean, if you love it that much and you sustain yourself over, you know, X amount of years or whatever, then people are going to start to notice after a while that, okay, she's not just putting out one album and, you know, doing this and that, and then she's gone, and then she comes back 10 years later and it's like, oh, hey, I'm back, and blah, blah, blah. No, this whole time you've been consistent fucking putting shit out like it's crazy.
Yeah. And it's not to bring this up, but when you're a woman, you do deal with a little bit more challenges, but okay, you know, I have tunnel vision. I'm like, you're not part of what I want to do, so fuck off, you know. I have this intrinsic need to just write, record, put it out there. If you love it, great. If you don't, so what? That's great too. Yeah. You know, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. Well,
I don't care. When I leave the planet and I'm happy with what I've done, that's what matters.
Literally. No, honestly, and that's what it's all about. Obviously it's nice to have, you know, people compliment you, and it's just like, oh man, I like that album and I like that band, and, you know, yada yada yada. But at the end of it all, we're doing all this just for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, totally.
True passion.
Yep. And that's pretty much the same theme that a lot of these interviews and just everybody in general that we chat with within the death metal scene, or, you know, the punk scene, the hardcore scene, or something like that, is it's just for the love of it, man. Like I myself, man, I'm 30 years deep in all this, and, you know, I'm not making a shit ton of money, or am I making really much money at all? But I'm still pushing as hard as I can because I just love being involved somehow. Yeah,
for sure. Me too. Yeah.
Totally. So we got Scaremaker, we got Surgikill. I'm really big on the Surgikill one. What's going on with that one there? Because you guys just put out a release split with Cardiac Arrest.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's another one where the 7-inch releases.
It's turning into the Agathicals, Nunslaughter kind of thing, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Well, we also had one come out with Kernugia.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got that.
What's that?
Oh, I got that upstairs on Haunted Hotel Records.
Yeah. I contact the label myself, so oh shit. Sorry.
Live and uncensored.
That's right. You're not even plugged in, man. Shit. Here I am, like, my phone's dying, and then we're all, like, going on like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, let's put more DVDs under you here. You're going to be on top of Driller Killer.
Driller Killer. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, but yeah, Surgikill, right now, I'm honestly not sure. Oh. Unfortunately, certain bands are just kind of gonna have to fizzle out or continue without me.
Gotcha. Life. Yeah.
Not the game, not the cereal. The real deal.
The real thing. The real life. Honestly. Yeah. Well, I mean, that gets in the way, right? I'm not getting in the way, but it, it's just precedent. That's just what happens. So like you said, Surgikill. We'll see. What else? So then, what's new and what are you working on then?
Well, actually, I have a lot of music and lyrics. I actually have an instrumental album I would like to do soon. I just don't know what's going on with music right now, so I've been working on books. Yeah. I just released a poetry book. So it's kind of like, hey, I write lyrics. Why not just do a poetry book? And it's not typical poetry, of course. I'm sure a lot of people can probably gather that, but lots of morbid shit,
Perfect.
Yeah. And then, I did Evil Speak magazine. That was my baby. That was something else that I've lost. But I'm continuing that with Necromantical Screams, which is basically like, it's a book, but when you open it up, it looks like a zine, basically.
Sweet.
And it's horror movies. It's what I wanted to do with Evil Speak. So it's like horror and exploitation movies, book reviews, music reviews. I have a tribute to Killjoy in it. And artist spotlights, to kind of get their art showcased and interviewed, give a chance to talk about themselves.
Right.
Just, promoting
everything.
Yeah.
Yep. No, totally. And that's the same way we feel with the Growl also. Like, I want to showcase artists. I want to showcase bands, labels, and anybody else that's involved somehow.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So
I didn't plan for this, honestly, but I have the proof copy here of Necromantical Screams.
What?
Yeah. So I'll just do like a quick flip through. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yeah. Little Alucarda there.
Yeah. Fascination, German movie, Der Fan.
Wow.
Yeah. Begotten.
Oh, I haven't. That's a movie?
Yeah.
All right. I need to see this one then. Fuck.
But yeah, I mean, I have a whole. Well, actually, I have a feature called Mortuaria. Just basically like necrophilia in films and pop, well, not pop culture, but just culture. Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with the layout.
That looks rad.
But, yeah. Kelsey Witch, my layout girl, did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, right now, we're just having printer issues.
I think everybody's having issues somewhere right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's nobody around to fucking press anything, print anything. Like, it's just, and the problem is too, especially with us, our guy, good friend of mine too, he can't get materials from the States right now, unfortunately. So, t-shirts and all that kind of shit are unfortunately like just chilled for now.
Yeah. Yep.
Sucks balls.
But yeah. But you know, it'll all it's
Yeah.
major.
So
Even out. You just have to be patient and give it time, but you know.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
So you want to get this zine? What are you gonna call it? A zine or a magazine? Like, what do you want to? What are you
I
gonna?
kind of call it a zine.
Just a book zine.
Zine book.
Zine. One or the other.
I don't know. It's a book that looks like a zine on the inside.
Yeah, but I mean, like the quality of it though is pretty much like a soft cover book.
Yeah, it has like a full matte finish, and it's all fancy and shit, and I want it out, but you know.
So is that what we're waiting for? Is just the printers just to fucking step up?
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously we don't have a timeline on that because we don't even know when the fuck the world's gonna even get back together. So, but how many copies do you plan on doing with that?
You know what? Whatever sells. I'll just keep it going. And I have the second issue already. I've already got 3 features written for it. So I'm already starting on the next one.
Wow. Holy shit. So if you're not doing bands, you're writing you're doing editorial work like up the wazoo.
Yeah.
Cuz you got to stay busy somehow.
Yeah.
So how come you're not getting into the movie? How come you're not getting into movie making then if you're doing all this stuff?
I would love to, honestly. I was in one movie. It was interesting, but I don't know. I don't, it's not that I'm not confident in doing that, but it's just, I'm more creative, and I couldn't imagine spending my time doing other people's visions or being the center of attention in such a way that I don't want to be. You know what I mean?
You like being in the background then?
Kind of, yeah. Just like playing live. I don't mind playing live, and I would do it if offered, but it's not my choice. I would rather be creating something new.
So you haven't really played live with many of the bands then?
No. None of my bands. Oh. Well, except for Wolf Hollow years ago.
Right.
But none with the Razorback bands or, my bands. Nope.
You just don't. You don't want to?
I would do it, but it's just not my first choice to be a live band. Be in a live band. I just can't imagine myself on stage trying to showboat, or not showboat because maybe that's not the right word, but I can't. I'm so insular and...
Right. Just want to sit in the background and just make more music and just keep getting more music out. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just, constantly creating. It's like if I had to play the same song over and over, I don't know, man. I don't know how some people do it.
Yeah, I was actually just while I was having supper, we have the radio on or whatever, just keep it kind of generic and whatever, but Hotel California comes on, right? Which I never want to hear fucking ever again, because I just don't need to hear that song. But literally, like, I'm a stagehand myself, so having worked with Don Felder and stuff like that when he's come in our areas to do stuff, to hear him play that song live, I mean, it's a different story live to hearing it on fucking radio all the time or whatever, right? But to be that guy, to have to do that every single show because everybody only wants to hear that song, like, that would drive you bananas. I don't understand how you could do that. I don't even want to hear the fucking song on the radio. let alone play it for somebody every single night, and especially for the last how long's the song been out for? 40 years or something? 40 something years?
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
Longer than my lifetime, and that's, you know, feeling pretty fucking long these days.
So, you have some guitars and basses with you right now, and you're writing some riffage and doing some stuff?
Yeah, I haven't played in a while. Let's see, I've been living in this apartment for almost a year now. I think it's almost been a year, because when I first moved in, I was playing pretty regularly, but I just haven't been playing.
Life.
That I'm inspired, but it's just I have so much else going on, and especially now I'm moving out of the country soon, so I'm moving to Denmark.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Wow. When's this happening?
As soon as their borders open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's
my boyfriend is keeping me, you know, kind of like, we should hear May 10th, I think. May 10th. So hopefully that's good news. And then it's just like, I mean, he was just here, and he got back to Denmark, and then it was like I was packing shit up. I was, you know, getting things together to move, and then pandemic. So yeah. So it's like, you know, playing guitar has unfortunately just been second to writing. Another thing, though, I think why I haven't been playing is knowing that I don't have a way to record right now.
Right.
So.
Not even on your phone or anything like that. You just whatever.
No, I mean all the stuff that I do have written, like all the riffs, are on my phone actually, but to like professionally record,
right,
can't do it on the phone really.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really have an amp right now, so it's kind of. I mean, I guess I could plug into my computer, but I've never done that. So.
Right. Yeah, it's not the same feeling, anyways, though. No. There's something about plugging into an amp and then plugging into a processor on your computer, and yeah, I mean, I guess it would depend if your computer has a, you know, fucking kick-ass audio system to it or something like that, but not all of us have sweet-ass Serwin Vegas kicking out of our computers kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like I want to plug into an amp and have it explode from the voltage, you know, yes. And just go, and like, not, oh, I'm listening to my guitar not on an amp, but when I play it back, it has distortion.
Ooh.
I think that's how, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly.
That may have to be a route that I go down one day, but I'm hoping not, but whatever.
Right. So now you're kind of pursuing the label side of things.
Yeah.
So trying to bring new bands on, or just kind of work with what you have?
Well, right now, the only thing that I have lined up is a split 7-inch with Opal and VHS.
Yes. VHS, Thunder Bay, Canadian boys. Yes. Yeah. My buddy Mike Hoochkins. Yeah.
Hi, Mike, and thank you for tagging my boyfriend Simon, because that's how I met him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, my boyfriend was wearing the Surgikill shirt and a VHS hat, and so Mike tagged Surgikill, and there we are.
And the rest is history.
Hi, Mike.
What's up, bro? How's it going, man? I was actually supposed to meet him last winter. I ended up going. I'm in Canada myself, Niagara Falls, pretty much Canada side. But Thunder Bay, my lady's sister lives out there, so we ended up visiting them last winter. And Mike and I, we were trying to arrange to get together and stuff, but I mean, you know, there's only so many days, so many hours in the day. And, yeah, by the time it was like, yeah, man, let's meet up. It's like, yeah, I gotta actually leave, in a few hours. I'm sorry, bro. So, yeah, one of those things. But that's cool, though. You got what'd you say, the VHS, was it the split or something?
Split with Opal.
Okay.
Brazilian death metal.
Yes, they've been around for a while too.
Yeah.
Right. Well, because you don't want to get it confused with, like, there was Putrid Offal. Fuck. Oh shit. But anyways, so that's coming out. Obviously, when shit, I'm assuming, clears up in the world, then waiting on that again.
That's another thing that have to happen after I move. Because I can't imagine, I mean, it's already a lot moving overseas, and then you're piling more 7-inch releases. And they understand, that the bands understand that it may be a little while before that happens, but it feels good to have something that's not mine kind of lined up, because, you know, I want to get more bands on the label and going. It's just hard right now, especially now with the pandemic and all this shit. Right. So,
well, yeah, and like you said, like, I mean, moving across seas with you probably have a nice collection of shit already, whether it be, you know, movies, music, or books, or whatever like that. So, like you said, to pile on another, like, few hundred 7-inches to fucking add to the weight of moving over to Europe, it's like, yeah, I gotta wait on that one.
yeah. Gonna chill, but, you know,
right.
It's something, you know.
So then pretty much now is a good time just to kind of think about your next steps and just get everything in order that way too, then.
Yeah.
Right. And lyric-wise, with a lot of your bands, you write a lot of lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just it's not like Mortician, where it's like 3 words a line and then there's, you know, bang, 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 done. You're almost writing, like you said, poems, huge fucking stories and everything like that. So that's a lot there.
Novellas, yeah.
Novellas. There we go.
No, yeah, like the second Wooden Stake album is a concept album. So it, like, tells a story, very King Diamond influenced. Yeah, and then, like, I'll look back on the lyrics and be like, because when you're in the moment, you're not really paying attention. Well, I mean, you are, but it's like when you look back, you're like, fuck, I didn't realize. Yeah, I do write a lot of lyrics. It's like paragraphs.
Yes. But you just have a lot to talk about with these releases, though. There's a lot of storytelling, because, like you said, you almost want to make it not conceptual or anything, but to a degree, you want to portray, you know, some really rad images along with the music.
For sure, yeah. I'm a nerd. I love words. I love writing. I'm also working on a novel and a short story book. So, like, I journal. I keep notes. I'm surrounded by notebooks constantly. Get an idea, I've got to write it down, or I hear a word I like, I've got to write it down. Sometimes one word can just spark a whole set of lyrics, or a poem, or paragraph in a story, or...
Yeah, totally. It's just it's a lot to get out, though, because, I mean, like, with the amount of bands that you've been working with, like you said, you have like 150, you know, song lyrics for all these bands or whatever. Like, that's a lot of fucking, like you got a lot up there.
Yeah. And you know, like I said, I'm putting together this lyric book. Reading my lyrics in the beginning, like the Scaremaker lyrics, are so primitive, and they're just so bare bones, which nothing wrong with that. I still love them. I still enjoy them. But now where I am, it's just so different. And it's so interesting to see how you evolve with, you know, even riffs. Like, I love the Scaremaker album. It's catchy as fuck. It's very simple, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then listen to the Cauldron Burial, and it's like, okay, I went a little... I have really evolved. Which, I mean, I've been playing guitar since I was 11. So, 26 years now.
That's it, eh?
Now that I say it, that's nothing.
Yeah, right?
What am I talking about?
What?
So, a few people out there are going, kid, you know, kid, come on, kid.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Good luck, guys. There you go. Man. So you have a lot in your head to get out. Like, you have a lot of ideas and obviously projects that you are, you know, playing with here and there. Obviously not ready to chat about and stuff, but there's a lot of shit that you want to get out.
Yeah.
So like you said, once you make this move, you settle down, it's going to be a fucking onslaught of Vanessa.
Yes. Hopefully more wooden stake. I will say that.
Sweet. Good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
So you got anything else to relay to everybody before we sign off here?
Well, I mean, I've pretty much said all I've had to say. You can hit me up if you're interested in anything I've got going on currently or in my future, or if you're wanting to catch up on my past releases, I can help you out. Hopefully.
Sweet. Yeah, we've already tagged you on all, everything for the last few days. I mean, there's just notification going on here, trying to spread the good word and the good gospel of Vanessa and everything like that. And check out the record label. What is it again? Which Hex?
HEXECOVEN.
HEXECOVEN Records there. And can we still order stuff?
Yeah. I'm actually running a sale right now, so yeah, I mean, if you spend $10 or more, you get 15% off your purchase. So.
Bam! And there's a whole bunch of shit that we can buy on there too.
Yeah. Got
some good stuff there. Good stuff. Awesome. Thank you very much, Vanessa. And oh, definitely. You're a part of the scene, man. We gotta chat, man. And like, I mean, I've known you, through the virtual world for quite a while now, and it's actually nice to kind of sit down and say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So, like I always say, man, share, support, help out. We gotta support each other in all this bullshit, and we gotta get through these good times, and we just gotta stay together and do what we can do for each other. So I appreciate it, and well, you have a safe trip whenever that happens, I guess.
Thank you.
I obviously you're looking forward to going. I mean, you've been there before, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I spent 81 days in Denmark. That wasn't meant to happen, but I extended my trip twice, and I didn't want to leave, so it's going to be great to get back there. Obviously, I just want to be with my dude,
Yep. Definitely. Right on.
Yeah.
So, support.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Awesome. We'll chat soon.
All right, man.
Later.
Later.
Kick ass. Right on. She is busy. She is fucking busy. Jesus Christ. Seriously though, it's awesome. Like, if you love something that much, you just do it, right? Like, that's the thing. I know we all have, life gets in the way and all this other stuff, but like she said, she currently can't jam right now. So why not fucking get a zine together? Why not get, a poetry book together? She's writing a novel too, like everything. Like, that's fucking awesome. Because if you love it, you just do it. and you don't question yourself. So that's fucking rad. And like I said, you know, we've connected for quite a while, and it's nice to actually sit down. And unfortunately, you know, during these times, we can't all connect and hang out as much as possible. But I'm actually really enjoying the way that we are able to, you know, do these things right now, because, you know, a lot of us were stuck at home, and what else are we gonna fucking do, right? So let's all spread the word and get together and just be a fucking team, right? So so yeah, that's kick ass. Good for her. Good for her. So tomorrow, you obviously are aware that we're going way back to some fucking nasty roots. Fucking Fred, man. I'm actually, I'm not surprised that, you know, he agreed to do this, but it's pretty much an honor, right? I mean, who doesn't fucking love, you know, a good Dismember riff, or even Carnage? Like, holy shit, man. Like, these are roots, man, and I'm hoping that, you know, we're gonna dig deep, see what we can do, and just go from there. But tomorrow, make sure to tune in at 7:30 here, ish, and we're gonna chat with Fred, because yeah, this is gonna be a fucking doozy, I think. So thank you very much. What's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You bought her book. I hope it's a good book. Obviously, it's a good book because her lyrics are fucking awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, man, we're just trying to be happy and smile, and, you know, we're all going through bullshit. We all can't fucking, you know, fix our problems right now, and what's going on, like, even inside our heads. Like, it's just, oh my God. Like I said today, man, today was just one of those days where you kind of just get inside, and it just doesn't leave, right? So, Jesus Christ. So that's all we can do, man. And that's all we can do is fight back. Gonna be fucking sick tomorrow. Yes, indeed, tomorrow. So, again, thank you very much, everybody, and crap.